Hey, family, it's Dr. Pyant, Mindset for Freedom. I'm the coach, I'm the transformational voice of freedom, and I help women. I help men too, but my focus, because I can resonate with women, because I am you and you are me. I help women who are struggling with anxiety and depression from complex trauma, from unresolved trauma. I help you with strategies and solutions to rewire and to reset your mind for freedom. I wrote a book. I wrote two, as a matter of fact. But the latest one I wrote is called Highest Step Solutions for Healing. You can find that on Amazon. So, hey, tonight I want to share with you some of the things that came to me from the book. And although I wrote it, I have to read it because when I was writing it, it was coming from spirit. And, we're not always in active spirit mode. So I have to read what I wrote because I want you to get I want you to get it in its fullness. So as I read it, then I'll be able to flow with it. But I want you to understand something about the subconscious mind. And I told you the subconscious mind is the mind of habit. So that's the part of the mind that's at the back of your head. It's not conscious, meaning it's not awake. It's not in the prefrontal cortex. It's not a logical, reasoning, rational mind. It is the mind that holds everything. And when you are asleep or still, because we are energy, the subconscious mind, it's like the television set, bing, comes on. And the subconscious mind is playing back the energy and the flow of everything that has happened, not only in your day, but in your life. Because things that are wired together, those of you that have been with me for a time, you can complete it. Things that are wired together, fire together. And a lot of times you can't get any peace or any rest, and you always feel agitated. That's that anxiety spirit. You always feel depressed. You're not happy because there's no peace. So let's work on fixing, let's work on resetting and rewiring the subconscious mind. So you're going to need to get yourself some headphones because you need to listen to these channels that I'm going to send you to at night before you go to sleep. Or you need to listen to certain frequencies at night before you go to sleep. So one of the sites that you can go to that have different frequencies, because a lot of people can't sleep when they hear music. I mean, when they hear somebody talking, it kind of interferes with them because they feel like they have to listen. It's just a conscious behavior. But at this point, you're trying to go to sleep, so you're in what we call theta mode. But there are frequencies that you can listen to that will reset and rewire your brain. And see, when the brain hears this frequency, the brain automatically knows that it's safe. So those things that would have wired and fired are not going to do it as rapidly or as often as it does. The more you listen to the frequencies of these music, and it's in this place called Soak, I think it's SOAKK. Yeah, it's Soak. If it's wrong, I'll give it to you right the next time. But it's Soak. And listen, I don't make anything from them, but I use the frequencies. I use a lot of meditation frequencies, but Soak is one that has been researched and has been shown. They even used it with astronauts, use their frequencies. And this has been researched and shown to help the mind to reset. So you're going to need some headphones. You're going to need to subscribe to some of these things. And the one that you can subscribe to, if you have another one, it's fine. But that's just one that I know to Soak, because I want you to be a new programmed me. I think that'll be the title of this message, a new programmed me. Okay, so let's get started with this teaching. So this teaching is about, so what about the subconscious mind, as I wrote? And I wrote, the subconscious mind is directly influenced by activity transmitted from neurons. So, we have hundreds of thousands of neurons. That's what I said, things that wire together, fire together, that's those neurons. So it is influenced by these neurons. Now understand that where the mind goes, energy flows, even if we are asleep. So the subconscious mind is stimulated by the transmission from our senses. Now, understand that. You're thinking of the senses of sight, sound, the five senses, seeing, smelling, but I'm talking about go to the senses of hearing, one of your senses. So since the subconscious mind is influenced by the senses, because you're not seeing anything, it's dark, you're not tasting anything, you're not smelling anything, but you're hearing something. So you're influenced by what you hear. The subconscious mind is going to be influenced by the frequency that you're going to hear when you are going to sleep. Now, the dominating thoughts that remain in the conscious mind, negative and positive, they begin to make their way at night when you're in your resting state to the subconscious mind. And they begin to influence it, like I told you before. The subconscious mind is going to play back by what is wired together. Now, this is nothing new because Sigmund Freud did a study on this, and you know how far that goes back. That goes back to when I was in college, okay? Sigmund Freud did a study on that, and he referred to it as that the collective unconsciousness of the mind. And he was very big with dealing with the subconscious mind. Remember, he talked about the subconscious mind a lot in his studies. So I'm not going to get into Freud. Some of the things we agree with, some of them we don't. The id, the ego, the libido stage. But we're not there. We're just going to talk about how Freud understood how the subconscious mind works. So most scientists do. So your thoughts are empowered, remember this, by strong emotions. And remember I told you about the emotion of pain? Pain is not only is it psychological, but it is emotional. Now, when you have an emotion of pain, that emotion of pain could be physical pain or emotional pain. And when you've been hurt, physically or emotionally, your thoughts are heavily influenced by that pain. So what are we going to do about that? Because they're going to become a habit in your mind, and your habits are going to be dominated in your mind. Now, excuse me, when I was doing this writing, I was getting inspiration from the spirit, and I says, well, what dominates the habits? What makes the habits become what makes habits do what they do? And the understanding and the wisdom I got that your habits are dominated by three things: faith, fear, or love. Your habits are dominated by faith, fear, or love. So think about the things that are happening on a subconscious level. Remember, it's the mind of habit. Remember now it's energy. Remember that it's always moving and it's always playing back. And it's a frequency that is activated by what it hears, the energy that's flowing to it, the energy that it feels. So if you are in a fear mode, then you're going to activate things that are fearful from the subconscious mind: doubt, limiting beliefs, anger, depression, anything that comes with being doubtful. Failure, I'm not enough, I'm not going to make it. I keep making the same mistakes over and over again. I'll never get out of this habit. Oh, I'll just come back into this world the next time and do it. That is baloney. Lies, lies, lies. You need to activate that subconscious mind by either faith. Remember, I told you faith is understanding who God is, and God is love. But you have to feel into it. You just can't talk the talk. Mama used to say, you got to talk the talk and walk the walk. And those of you that are old enough to resonate, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You just don't talk the talk. You got to walk the walk. Well, walking the walk of love is feeling what it feels like to feel love. So during your body sleep time, your mind is still, but we still transmit energy and vibrations. So I want you to be aware of the energy brain, of what it's doing, even when you're asleep, because energy never sleeps. So remember, we're talking about we are rewiring and resetting. And when we're done, there will be a new programmed you. Okay? So I just want to tell you in this segment the different brain frequencies. Remember, I told you we're looking at sound, and there are 5 frequencies that the brain deals with. One of them is, you probably know this, but I'm going to say it to those that don't know it because people on here on all different levels. I didn't know it when I first started writing. I learned it as I went along. Learning is progressive. Healing is progressive. Even when you have physical healing, it is progressive. So don't get discouraged and don't be dismayed if you don't see things happening right away. Hold on. It's going to happen because nothing stays the same. The only thing that stays the same is things that are not alive. And we are very much alive. So the different frequencies are gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. When you are listening to your music frequency, you'll be in theta mode. You want to be between theta and delta because now that's that sleep, that groggy time when you have meditated, you have breathed, you have done your breathing, you're letting go that everything that no longer serves you, you're in theta mode. The day is gone. You're getting into your nice relaxed mode. You're feeling into your bed. You're going to sleep. You're not thinking about what you're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. You're giving thanks and you're going into theta mode and you're letting go everything that no longer serves you by breathing, consciously letting it go. Because what you want to go into is delta. That's a deep sleep. So I want you to know that the theta waves are strong during internal focus. So that's why I said to listen to the sound waves. But before you go to bed, prayer, giving thanks. You're influencing your brain waves. How beautiful it is to go to sleep telling the Lord thank you. You might have had a rough day. Things might have went, your energy might be drained, but I want you to take the time for yourself because it's about you. You got to do this for you. Take the time for yourself. You say, this is for me. You've given all day long. Now relax. Tell your God, the God of love, thank you. And be grateful and just go off to sleep. Let your body relax into your bed, into your pillow, and go into delta mode. Tell your mind that I'm going into deep sleep now. I'm going into delta mode. And when I wake up, I will be refreshed and I will be ready for the next day. Because every day, in every way, I get better and better. So thank you for listening. That was lesson 1 on a new programmed me, reprogramming the subconscious mind. I'll be back with our next lesson, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. Listen, drop me some comments. If you have any questions, drop me some questions. I'll answer them in the next segment. This is going to be new for me because the Facebook business page, I wanted so much to spend time with you, and I said I would find my way, and God has made it happen. He has connected people that are making my YouTube videos into different, with different backgrounds so that they can be enhancing and enlightening. And I'll drop my website so that you can connect with me even deeper. I'll drop my website on the Facebook business page. So thank you for listening. Until next time, it's Dr. Pyant, your coach, rewiring, resetting for a mind of inner peace. Until next time.